Hello everyone, welcome to Communicating Agriculture in Writing, otherwise known as AEE 3624. This is the wrong class, you should leave. Just kidding. Anyway, my name is Adam CLETZER. I'm going to be one of the instructors for the course for the semester. This little video is just intended to sort of get you squared away so that you know what you're going to be doing before we actually have our first meeting on Thursday of the first week of class. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is just the format of the class, which we're going to be using a flipped class format this semester. And we're going to talk to you about what your weekly schedule is going to look like throughout the semester so that you sort of know what to expect. But first, let's do introductions. Not you, but me. This guy first is our supervising professor. His name is Dr. James Anderson. He's here in the Department of Agricultural Leadership and Community Education. And you'll see him on the very first day of class, and then probably not again for the rest of the semester, and that's fine. He is responsible for the administration of the course, and I work for him. Here's another guy that works for him. This is Antonio SILAS. He's a PhD student here in the department. Look at that bow tie, so dapper. He'll be with us every day this semester. This is me. My name is Adam CLETZER. I'm from a small town called Okeechobee, Florida. I'm also a PhD student in the department. Looking forward to having you in the class. Whenever you see me, I'll have a beard. Don't let that throw you. All right, so let's talk about the classroom format. I'm going to skip over some of this because we're going to talk about it on Thursday. So raise your hand if you've ever been in a flipped classroom before. Okay, you can put your hands down now because this is the internet and you don't need to raise your hand. Anyway, maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't, maybe you've heard good things about it, maybe you haven't, but basically let me tell you how this works. So when you think of a traditional classroom, you show up, you receive the content in the classroom in the form of a lecture, and then you go home and then you try to work on the assignment by yourself. And what the flipped classroom does is it recognizes that technology makes it to where you no longer have to come to a physical place to get information from somebody's face. And so what it does is it flips it. So you get all of the content online at home at your own time, and then we spend the classroom doing more active things like working on your assignments, working on special activities in class, group time, etc. Some people really love the flipped classroom format because it allows them more freedom. Other people don't like it because it's not what they're used to. And we have some pluses and some minuses that I'd like to tell you about right now. So let's start with the pluses. Plus, you can do it at your own time and your own pace. You don't have to frantically write down stuff on a pad of paper while I'm trying to talk to you in a lecture. You don't have to stop me and be like, hey, could you say that again? Because you can just rewind me because I will be in video format. You can always have time to reflect and process on the information. You don't have to, just again, feverishly write it down and then go on your way. You can stop it and think about it if you need to. You can always go back to it is another plus. It's, there forever on the internet. And for some people, that's really helpful if you need to go back and check again. In addition to the videos, we usually have readings and other resources that you can use as a reference. So some people really like that. And the main thing is that we are allowed to now devote the class time that you have with me to sort of higher order sort of things like working on your assignments. And you no longer have to do that on your own at home and struggle with it. So you can get feedback right away. So some minuses that people don't like is the loss of face-to-face lectures. People think, I'm paying to go to school, I should pay to hear somebody talk. And that's what they expect of the traditional classroom. So what we're finding now, through research and whatnot, because that's what we do here at the university, is that isn't always the best way to learn. So while it may not be what you're used to, do your best to get around that. It also puts more responsibility on the students, which is you, for your own learning. A lot of people don't like that kind of thing. Maybe you're that guy that can show up and learn through osmosis in class. Like you just come in, you sit down, you listen, and then you go on your way, and then you can sort of put it together. And if you show up, that's half the battle. With the flipped classroom, you actually have to take the initiative to go online on Scholar and watch those videos, do the readings, and do the little application assignments on your own time and of your own initiative. And so for some people, that's tough to do or to get in the habit of doing. It also requires you, this is the thing that people don't like, to think critically about your own learning. So when you're done, you have to stop and think, what did I learn? Did I learn what I was supposed to learn? Do I have any questions? Maybe I should write these questions down and take them to class and get them answered. You just have to work at that. And then the big thing is that you have to be prepared. You can't just show up. Like, that's no longer enough. You have to be prepared, do the lessons ahead of time, come to class with your questions and your assignments ready to go. All right, that's that. Let's talk about your weekly schedule because it's a little bit different because we're only actually meeting once a semester. This is the syllabus right here. Scroll down to like page 7 or something, and you can see that on Tuesdays what will happen is you will have a lesson that is due online. You can do it any time before Tuesday, but it's due by Tuesday at 11 a.m. or whenever class would start, which is 11 a.m. You can see here that on the first Tuesday, you need to write your first impressions video or watch the first impressions / importance of writing lesson. And in each lesson, there's going to be a couple things that are always similar across the whole semester. The first is that there'll be a video of some kind, there'll be a reading of some kind, and then there'll be additional resources for you to look at if you need to. And then finally, there'll be a small assignment, which we're calling a comprehension checking assignment. And basically, it's there to make sure that you've done the lesson and are getting the things that you need to get out of it. And it's usually a small writing assignment. People say, oh, a writing assignment, but it's a writing class. You should get used to writing. It's the thing that we're going to be doing. And so then on Thursday in class will be spent doing more active sort of things. So we'll have activities, we'll have in-class writing time, and we'll have group time. Here's what I mean by those. So activities, for example, one of the lessons that you're going to do towards the end of the semester that's more complicated is called the grant application. And the part that everybody has a problem with is writing objectives. So we're going to work on that in class where you can get feedback right away. And so we'll have like an objective writing activity. The second thing, in-class writing time. Always try to give you time where you can come in class with your computer and work on whatever you need to work on. A lot of you are stressed by that because you think, oh, I don't write well around people. Just know that I will never collect any assignment at the end of an in-class writing session. So you're always going to have time to go home and work on it, put the finishing touches on it. What you're supposed to do with that in-class writing time is come with questions, come with a draft for me to look at so that you can get good feedback right away. Also, you can get it from your peers as well. And then finally, towards the latter half of the semester, you're going to be working in groups. And so my hope is that you guys make the most of your time and you never have to meet outside of class to do your group projects. We'll always try to give you group meeting time in class. And so that's basically what the week's going to look like. So just to reiterate, you're going to come in on Thursday having done the lesson on first impressions / importance of writing. It's on Scholar. I would show you what it looks like on Scholar, but I am currently at home in Okeechobee, Florida, and believe it or not, we still have dial-up internet, and Scholar just won't load for me. It's really sad. Anyhow, again, glad to have you all in the class. Looking forward to meeting you all on Thursday where we're going to do, among other things, Get Acquainted games, because everyone loves Get Acquainted games. All right. Hey, thanks.